Hey everybody, welcome back to Prescription Bourbon. I'm DMC from Louisville, Kentucky. Today I'm going to be doing a blind flight tasting of 4 incredible single barrel picks from 4 Crafty-ish distilleries. Alright, so all 4 of these bottles are barrel picks from 4 different distilleries. 3 of them are Kentucky distilleries. 1 of them is from Washington State. First up is New Riff, single barrel proof bourbon here. New Riff is from Northern Kentucky, Newport, Kentucky to be exact. This bottle comes from a barrel selected by Trouble Bar here in Louisville. Great bar. Over in the Shelby Park area here in Louisville, not too far from downtown. If you ever are here, you might want to go check them out. But this comes in at 101.3 proof. It's non-chill filtered. Has a few tasting notes here on the label. It says candied citrus on the nose and palate, baking spice and vanilla, and cloves, white pepper, smooth and strong with a lingering finish. So very nice. Next up is Peerless, single barrel pick here. This is a distillery pick. Picked this up at the Peerless Distillery. They're here in Louisville, Kentucky, downtown. This comes in at 113.2 proof. It is non-chill filtered. They use a strictly sweet mash process. So, and they have some tasting notes here also. This is, by the way, has a name. It's called the Maple Mimosa Selection. And it has natural notes of orange zest and maple. Very nice. Next up is Wilderness Trail. This is a single barrel pick done for Louisville Party Center here in Louisville. Now, Wilderness Trail is located in Danville, Kentucky. They also use a sweet mash process. This is non-chill filtered. Comes in at 116 proof. They give the mash bill here 64% corn, 24% rye, 12% malted barley, copper pot distilled, and goes into the barrel at 110 proof. Like I say, this is bottled at 116 proof. Selected by the Louisville Party Center here in Louisville, Kentucky. And Louisville Party Center was an independent liquor store chain here, and they actually were bought by Cox's and Evergreen Liquors last year. So now the Louisville Party Center is part of the Cox's and Evergreen Liquors chain here in the Louisville area. The last bottle I'm tasting here is from Woodinville. This is a private select single barrel bourbon selected by Liquor Barn here in Kentucky. So it says Liquor Barn Barrel number 2, comes in at 120.86 proof, and this is also non-chill filtered. And Woodinville, I've tasted some of their bourbon before, but this is distilled, bottled, and aged entirely in Washington State by Woodinville, and Woodinville is owned by Moet Hennessy. So part of that global corporation. So so very excited. So we've got several sweet mashes. We've got I think all of them may be non-chill filtered. The lowest proof is 101, and the highest proof is 120. So we've got a 113 and a 116. So very nice. I've got these sitting here. I'm gonna go through, give them a nose, give them a taste, and tell you which one is my favorite for the day. We'll call this Glass A on your left, and go A, B, C, D across the board. So Glass A on the nose. All right, a little bit of a pine scent on that. Something I would traditionally associate with a rye. there's also some brown sugars in there. So that's a nice nose. Go with Glass B. All right, a little bit lighter on the nose. Pull out a little bit of yeasty breadiness. A little bit of oak on that also. So, Class C. All right, a little citrus on this one. And some oak also. And Glass D. See, also some citrus on this one. And some sweet there also. So, yeah, not too different on the noses. None of them jumped out as incredibly complex or anything, so they all have a couple different notes going on. Well, I just got some citrus on A now, so now I'm getting citrus on most of them. So, all right, got to go in and give the first round of tasting, and then we'll let them sit for a bit, and I'll go through and taste them again in reverse order, do some A/B comparison, and pick a winner. So, Glass A, cheers. All right, this one has some citrus on the taste. Very slight sweetness on it. Definitely has some spiciness on the edges of the tongue. More of a cinnamon, baking spice type of spice. Wasn't too hot going down. Nice, just an even warmth going down. So yeah, that citrus is definitely on the nose now. I had citrus on the taste on that one. Got the baking spices, got some warmth. So, nice sip. Glass B. Cheers. All right, B is hotter in the mouth. Some on the roof of the mouth, some on the roof of the tongue. It is a peppery spice. Definitely got some oak on that one also. Seemed a little warmer than A. Still wouldn't call it hot. I did just take a small sip though. I didn't take a large drink, but still just very warm. Say the finish on B was shorter than A though, so what was there, was gone quicker. So, all right, give C a taste. Cheers. All right, C's definitely the most mouth coating so far. Very more viscous than A and B, spicier than A and B. That spice is all over the mouth. Definitely some oak dryiness on that one also. But it did have some sweet in there too. So, all right, give Glass D a taste. Cheers. All right. So now sometimes this happens as just a build up on these, so but that's why I'll go back through and taste them in reverse order. But this one seems to be the hottest one. This one is very drying also, very much oak presence on that. It does have some brown sugars in there, so a little bit of sweetness, but very drying, very very hot. So, also pleasant though. So, all right. So, like I said, I'll let these sit for about 10 minutes. I'll cleanse my palate, go back through, taste them again, and pick which one of these I'm really enjoying today. So, hang tight. All right, everybody, welcome back. Before I get back into the tasting, go over a few things. I want to let you know you can find me on Instagram at instagram.com/prescriptionbourbon. You can find me on Patreon at patreon.com/prescriptionbourbon. Both those sites, you can get some extra content from me. Do some posts. Have some chats going on, that sort of thing. So, just a great community. Growing for my channel. Also, a couple things I forgot to mention when I was reading all the stuff on the bottles. I mentioned that Wilderness Trail is pot distilled. The label here says it's 5 years, 4 months old, so this is probably the oldest bottle here. And also it says the barrel was a Kelvin cooperage barrel, number 4 char, so that's nice to know. And then also Woodinville. Doesn't say it on the bottle or anything, but I'm pretty sure this is pot distilled also. And no age statement on this either, but I think on their website it says that all of their single barrels are at least 5 years old. So these two are, I think, both pot distilled, and these two are both 5 years old. And I think I read everything off these. So, all right, let me uncover these. I had them covered, let some aromas build back up. But I'm going to go through and go DCBA and give them a nose, give them a taste. So, getting more oak, mostly oak on D on the nose. Getting some caramel on C on the nose. Some oak on B also. And citrus on A. So, all right, go through and give D a taste. All right, D is great taste. It is very spicy, very drying, so the oak is present. The peppery spice is there, but it does have some caramel sweetness there and all that. Very nice. Wasn't all the heat was in my mouth. There was not really any heat going down, and for that reason, there wasn't a very long finish. I mean, there's still some spice in my mouth, I guess, but that's it. It's like as soon as I swallowed, that's pretty much gone. So, nice taste though. See? C is just as hot, just as drying. I think I said it the last time, but this one's very viscous, very mouth coating. Definitely a little bit longer finish, especially it's just in the mouth and all that, but it had some warmth going down. A little bit more baking spices in there, but the spice and the oak is the predominant there. So yeah, none of these are coming off incredibly sweet at all. So definitely picking up some oakiness and spiciness. So. All right, glass B. So B has some spice on the top of the tongue, roof of the mouth. Had some warmth going down. It's a peppery spice. There's some baking spices there too. So borderline cinnamon, Actually, I would say it's cinnamon, not pepper, but cinnamon. And yeah, there's oakiness there, like the other ones. But it has a longer finish. So C has the most mouth coating to it. So far, B has a longer finish. But taste-wise, I think B is falling behind the other ones right now. A, cheers. Yeah, so A definitely has some citrus on the taste. Definitely has some peppery spice on the tongue. Has some warmth going down. Yeah, that's a pretty enjoyable sip. Nice nose. I don't remember which one. I think I might have said evergreen or pine actually. But I got citrus on this, but there is something else there. Yeah, I think C has the best nose. C has the best mouth coating. Let me go through and taste these. So I am putting B in last place, but let me go through and do some ABs here and rank these across the boards. All right, D's going in third place. So I've narrowed it down to A and C. Yeah, I'm going to go with C. C is my favorite today. So I know I've said this before many times. You've probably heard it from other people also. First off, these are all barrel picks, so these are all single barrels. Single barrels varies from barrel to barrel, so you're not going to be able to replicate these unless you have these exact ones. Feel free to contact me to figure out, which barrels these bottles are from, if you're interested. And then also, this is my ranking for today, and any given day it could be different, especially the ones that are close to each other, like A and C. Depending on, what I've had to eat today, what mood I'm in, how I'm feeling, whatever. I might rank these, I might flip-flop these and all that. So, but for today, I'm going with C is first, A is second, and then D, and then B. So let's go ahead and do the reveal. In fourth place today, Glass B, is the Wilderness Trail. So, for whatever reason, this guy just wasn't doing it for me. I think the flavors it had were similar to the other ones, but they were just a little bit more muted, and it just wasn't there. So, all right, third place, Glass D. That is the Woodinville. So there we go. We've got fourth, third. So Woodinville's out. A was probably more similar to both C and D than anything else. So I could have swapped A and C, or I could have swapped A and D, probably. That's how close they were, but for today, I went with D third. So my second place for today, Glass A, is the New Riff. So, New Riff, and this one, I definitely continually got citrus on the nose, citrus on the taste, and this is the one that did say on its label, candied citrus on the nose and palate. They nailed that flavor profile for sure. I know some of the other ones, like Peerless, said orange zest and maple, so in fact, the winner today is the Peerless Glass C. So, this, like I say, was a distillery pickup. It says it was selected by Caleb Kilborn, their master distiller, but it's called the Maple Mimosa. Natural notes of orange zest and maple. So, I had some citrus on this. They're still there, more so on the nose than on the taste, but certainly Glass A, which is the new Riff, has more orange notes than C, more citrus notes than C. But boy, the mouth coatingness from this, the finish, the spice level of this, this Peerless just definitely just won me over today. So very enjoyable. But yeah, there is citrus on the nose. And that sweetness, they call it the maple. I could go with that also. I didn't call it that. I might have said it was some brown sugar or some other sweetness and all that, but it definitely has some sweet. It definitely has a lot of baking spices. Super mouth coating. Great finish. Super enjoyable sip. All right, everybody. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you watching. Feel free to hit that like button if you liked what you saw. Leave some comments down below. If you've had any of these before, and you prefer one over the other that different than me, let me know. Let's have that conversation. Love to hear from you. If this is your first time watching my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. But please hit that subscribe button if you liked what you saw here at all. That way you'll get notified when I have new content coming out. It might be something you're interested in. But definitely appreciate you watching. Remember, everybody, all bourbon is whiskey, but all whiskey is not bourbon. And the best bourbon comes from Kentucky. Cheers.